It's 4 o'clock, so we will go ahead and start. This is the City of Jefferson Historic Preservation Commission's Landmark and Art and Essay Contest Award Ceremony. My name is Kathy Bordner, and I am the chairman of the Historic Preservation Commission. We sponsor these awards and this ceremony along with the Historic City of Jefferson, which is a not-for-profit organization that coordinates this with us. And also Dottie Dahlmeyer works with the schools to coordinate the art and the essay portion of these contests. I would like to say that the Landmark Awards have been given since 1993, and you have a booklet that you received when you walked in. At the back of the booklet is a list of all the buildings that have received Landmark Awards. This is something that if you have a historic building that's either a home or a business and you would like to nominate it for one of these awards, we accept nominations throughout the year. So if you were interested in doing that, please talk to me after the ceremony and we'll be sure and get a nomination form to you. This award ceremony is something that is very special because every year we see the interest of younger people in historic preservation, both through their art and through the essays that they do, and it's growing in interest. It's a really unique opportunity for us to get the students in our schools involved in this while they're young. And it has been going on, we think, for at least 17 years. Dottie and I were trying to figure out when the art and essay contest started, and we believe that it was 17 years ago. Now, before I go any further, I would like to introduce to you the members of the Historic Preservation Commission who are here. Could those of you who are in attendance please stand up? We have a few members. We have Art Langston, and we have Bill Case and Jim Chilcutt, who are present today. These are people who volunteer their time and meet every month and work on historic preservation in Jefferson City. We are very proud of both the Landmark Awards that we give, and we are very proud of the people who receive these awards because they work very hard to preserve their structures. And we also are presenting the Gregory Stocker Distinguished Service Award, which is an award that we give every year to someone who has done something very outstanding in the community to help preserve our heritage. So without going any further, we'll go ahead and introduce to you city council people who are here, and that would the city council people who are present this afternoon please stand up. We have Ralph Bray and Bill Lubert. Very good. And we also have Mayor Strump, who is present this afternoon, and we have our former mayor, Landwehr, John Landwehr, here, and we'll let Mayor Strump make a few statements.
First of all, welcome to City Hall. We normally don't have this crowd at 4 o'clock on a Thursday. We do get this kind of crowd occasionally on Monday nights, but welcome, and especially welcome to former Mayor John Landwehr, who decided to come back and join us today. We appreciate him and Peggy and his family being here today. As we look at Jefferson City, and especially the Old Town area, we have to remember as we go forward and as we try to rebuild our city and move it forward that we truly have to nurture those businesses, those homes, and those structures. Because the area is such a large geographical area of our city, you all being here today shows just how important that is. And Kathy, I appreciate your work and the work of the Preservation Commission, and it's indeed an honor to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. I do want to recognize two more people who work very, very hard throughout the year on historic preservation, and that are the city staff people who are involved in our program. I see Ron hiding behind the door, but I'm going to ask him to, Ron Davenport, who is our staff liaison, and Diane Carey, who is does all of the support. Diane put together this fantastic booklet, and she really works hard on this, and we really appreciate all of the work that she does. Thank you both very much. And now I'll ask Dottie Dahlmeyer to come on up and start and present the awards. Dottie is a member of the Cole County Historical Society, the Historic City of Jefferson, and Missouri Preservation, and she is very active in preserving the heritage of our community.
I want to first thank the teachers that have helped with this. Over the years, they've been very helpful, and I have not made mention of it before, but I really think it's important to tell you how hard they work to try to get the students to do the very best they can. And as you see, we've got some fine examples of the talent that we have in the Jefferson City schools. Brenda Doty is an art, and Debbie Shellman, Charlotte Middleton, Catherine Stroop, and Mr. Friegel are the other art teachers. Those that are here, would you stand up so people can see the art teachers that have worked so hard to get our students to do. And then the essay contest this year, we had Jenny Busby and Kim Sellers and Suzanne Richter were the ones that, especially Kim Sellers and Jenny Busby. Would those people stand up if they're here? I know Kim is, yeah. They work very hard getting the students to look into the history of our fine city and the wonderful historic building stock that we have. And I also wanted to thank the partners in making this celebration, I guess. The Jefferson City Preservation Commission, Historic City of Jefferson, and the Art Club, and then again, Kathy mentioned the city staff that have really done such a fine job over the years putting this together, especially our book. And this year I wanted to mention, along with the cash prizes, we've had cash prizes all these years, but this year, Historic City of Jefferson voted to have the winners get 1 year of membership, family membership, so it's for the whole family to be in Historic City of Jefferson, which gives them an opportunity to get really fine newsletters and come to special membership programs, which are very enlightening. Usually they're extremely good programs. Okay, we'll get started. I think in the book the essays were first, am I right? So we will do the honorable mention essay. And let me for 6th to 8th graders. Oh, I'm a short person, that's true. Warwick Village by Charlie Caloza, and I may have pronounced that wrong, I'm sorry. You want to come and give them to? Let him. Yeah. I'll give it to you and you can go ahead and give it to him. The third place winner for Limestone Legacy, which is about the prison, is Elliot Kernenshield. Second place winner for the 6th to 8th graders is The Dooley House by Jacob Boss. And the first place winner is Adam Bax for St. Mary's Hospital. And they all did a very fine job, as you can see in your book of writing. The Heritage Essay Contest winners for the 9th to 12th graders, honorable mention, is Alyssa Karen. I may have mispronounced that again, too. Alyssa. And Lyda Meyer. Third place winner for our, I forgot to mention that the honorable mention essays were History Refreshed by Alyssa and The First Skyscraper, which is about the Central Trust Building, by Lyda. Third place winner is our own little piece of history by, I believe it's Sharis Gibbler. Thank you. Knew I would probably. Second place winner is On the Riverfront by Haley Pardo. And first place, the apartment house built by Shining Shoes, the Turgeon Apartments by Benton Mitchell. They all did an excellent job. Now, we have all of the winners of the Heritage Art Contest up for you to observe. Quite nice. The honorable mention for the Heritage Art Contest 6th to 8th grader is Patrick Rogers. Patrick Rogers.
Congratulations.
Third place winner for the Heritage Art Contest 6th to 8th grade is Eli Radel. He did the Missouri State Capitol building, and Patrick did the St. Peter's Church that you see over here. Second place winner, the Heritage Art Contest 6th to 8th graders, is Cammie Case for Temple Bethel. No. Do you want to get this for her? Would that work, or what would you rather I do?
I thought some of her family was going to come and pick it up.
Oh,
Was that the teacher, right?
yes.
Congratulations to you.
Yeah.
Having a student doing that. That's
Does
awesome.
a really good job. And the first place winner for the Heritage Art Contest 6th to 8th graders is Chloe Bagnall for the Christopher Moss House. And I believe she won something last year, too. For the Heritage Art Contest winners 9th to 12th grade, We have honorable mention Alex Eckhoff for the Governor's Mansion. No Alex? Well, I guess we'll. And third place winner for the Heritage Art Contest 9th to 12th grade is Steve Gunn. For the Capitol, Hobo's Point of View, and I thought it was quite nice. Second place winner, the Missouri River Bridge by Henry Smith. And I don't believe Henry's here, but his mother is going to.
Congratulations. That's good.
First place winner for the Supreme Court building by Alexa Beck, who is also a previous winner. Thank you. Oh my goodies.
If you have an opportunity, please read the essays in the booklet that you have. They are really outstanding, and take a moment after the program to look at the art that we have up here. The next part of our evening is to award the Gregory Stockard Distinguished Service Award. This award is given every year to someone in the community who has done outstanding work in the area of preserving our heritage. And I'm not going to read what you have in your book, because you all have the book and can read that later, but I just do want to say that the people who are receiving that this year, Dick and Marianne Kaplinger, are probably the icons of historic preservation in Jefferson City. Those of us who are involved in preservation, when you start getting involved in this in Jefferson City, you start hearing about the Kaplingers. They have been involved in trying to preserve the heritage of this community since, I believe, the mid-70s at least. And they have done some outstanding work on their own buildings. They are some folks who they not only talk about preserving heritage, but they do it. They did this by restoring their store on High Street. They were one of the first people to do, I think they used historic tax credits. They showed other people, they kind of blazed the trail in that area. And they have always been advocating and working hard to help this community identify our heritage and understand it and appreciate it enough to save it, so that people who come after us will be able to enjoy it also, so that some of our students in 20 years, in 50 years, in 100 years will have these wonderful old structures to draw and to write about. And so I would like to ask Marianne and Dick Kaplinger to come up and receive this award, and please give them a round of applause.
Would you like to say something while you're up here? Huh? Well, the mic's all yours.
All right. On the day after the demolition of the old jail, Patrick Steele came to our store to offer his condolences. In the conversation that followed, I asked Patrick, "Whatever are we going to do now?" Patrick's reply was, "You need an organization. Because you and others who picked up the torch, today you have a lively, even professional organization which has earned you and it a voice in this community."
I really don't have anything to say. other than we've seen so many old buildings come down, and I hope no more are lost to the wrecking bar. But the Hope building on the corner of High and Madison is another project that we and 4 other couples were in on, and they did a nice job also of keeping it preserved. And of course, it's occupied by our former mayor and his law firm, and they're keeping it up and making it look something we can be proud of.
Congratulations. Thank you very much for those kind words. I remember reading about that in the historic newspaper not too long ago during our campaign. Dick, thank you very much for your commitment. I appreciate it very much. Very much. Applause is for you guys. Thank you.
I forgot to mention that Mary Ann was on the very first Historic Preservation Commission, so work that she did is why we're all here today. She laid the ground, was one of the people who laid the groundwork for this commission. Okay, it is now time for the presentation of the Landmark Awards. Landmark Awards are presented to buildings that reflect our heritage, reflect architectural integrity. They are usually at least 50 years old, and they are always buildings that have been well maintained and tell an important story. And this year we have 4 winners of the Landmark Awards, and those winners are I am not seeing them in the booklet. Do we have them? Okay, very good. The winners of the Landmark Awards are the, I'll go ahead and just list them, the 4 buildings, and then we'll have each of the owners come up and receive their awards individually. We have the Western Steam Bottling Works, which is J&D Bicycle Shop at 610 Jefferson. We have Bush's Florist and Greenhouse, which is at 620 Madison, owned by John Pelser. And Don and Joe Meyer own the Western Steam Bottling Works. We have the Landwehr Dairy Farm at 2024 East McCarty Street, which is owned by Eric and Stacy Landwehr. And we have the Elmer Ott Home at 1119 Morrow Drive, which is owned by Stacia and Lewis Mills Jr. And we will start by asking Don and Joe Meyer, who are owners of the Western Steam Bottling Works at 610 Jefferson, to come and accept their award. And again, that is the J&D Bicycle Shop.
Do you have a way to attach them, don't you ask? Would you like to say anything? One question that I would have for you guys, did you ever intend on this to happen?
No.
I mean, did it just happen? I mean, obviously, you're right there kind of in the heart of old Munichburg. On behalf of the city, we thank you for keeping that treasure right there, and it's a beautiful building.
Okay. We bought it because it was vacant.
We've been part of Old Munichburg Association since it started, and I believe that's probably at least 10 years or more. Walter Schrader, who is our current president and has been for a number of years, grew up in the neighborhood and was very instrumental in basically talking us into applying for this award. So we're very excited to be part of the South Side and the historic city of Jefferson, if you will. And we're very happy with this. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Congratulations. I'm sure you can get it on there.
Yeah, it's heavy.
Thank you so much. And that's a wonderful example of a business operating in an older building in the inner core of Jefferson City. And we have another business that's doing the same thing, and it's very interesting that these two businesses are about a block and a half from each other. So I drove around to just look at the buildings yesterday, and it really struck me how close they are to each other. The second winner of the 2011 Landmark Awards is Bush's Florist and Greenhouse at 620 Madison Street, owned by John Pelzer.
Congratulations. Would you like to say something? Huh? Would you like to say something?
I'm proud that half of this year's winners are from Old Munichburg, and we certainly are proud of our part in bringing back the South Side. You've noticed a lot of improvements down there in the past year or so, and thanks to all the businesses in the South Side and in the Old Munichburg area, we look forward to a great future. I also want to thank Ralph Bray and when he was on the Historic Preservation Commission several years ago, we had made some plans to actually demolish our greenhouse because it's an old glass greenhouse, self-watering when it rains, and somewhat inefficient, but I worked with the Historic Preservation Commission and with the community and was convinced to maybe just pare down the size of it to create some needed parking and renovate the rest of it, and that's what we did, and it was a great decision, and without the Historic Preservation Commission I probably wouldn't have made that decision, but it was the right decision to make, and I want to give them credit for that. So thank you very much for this award.
Congratulations, guys.
The third winner of the 2011 Landmark Awards is the Landwehr Dairy Farm, owned by Eric and Stacy Landwehr at 2024 East McCarty Street.
I think to make this official, let's have everyone that's a Landwehr or related to a Landwehr at least stand up. I think I counted. There's nearly is there 4 generations here, John? Okay, I didn't want to miss any of them. Eric, congratulations, guy.
Appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Really happy for you.
Just thought I'd say a few things about the farm. It's pretty iconic on the east end of Jefferson City. A lot of people know where it's at. We're fortunate enough to be able to live there and maintain the same historical significance that is carried over for 103 years in the family. There's a lot of people to thank. Really, the restoration of the house, and it's still ongoing. Anybody that's restored a property and actually lives there knows that it never ends. You keep on working on it, and we're still working on it and trying to maintain what's there and fix up what we want to. But the whole family's actually contributed. It hasn't just been us. My dad, my uncles, my aunt Stevana, grandma. She lived there for many years, and it's just it's an honor actually to receive it. We're really happy and really appreciate it. So thank you very much.
Congratulations. Job well done.
And our fourth winner of the 2011 Landmark Awards is the Elmer Ott Home at 1119 Morrow Drive, owned by Stacia and Lewis Mills Jr.
Wasn't prepared for this. It's nice to be able to keep up the house that my great-grandfather built, and we're going to just try to keep it up, the integrity. And a lot of the neighborhood is really working to do that, so we're glad to be on the east side of town.
I would like to mention that there is a write-up on each of these award winners, and that each of these families maintains their buildings and puts their efforts into that, but they also took the time to put together what you see in the booklet about their buildings. I would like to encourage everyone to go to the website for this Jefferson City website and click on the Historic Preservation Commission. We have a web page on there, and you can learn a lot about the Historic Preservation Commission. Also, if you are interested in serving on the commission, please see me after the meeting and we can make sure we get a form to you to apply for that. We are full at the moment, but we have turnover throughout the year, and we're always looking for new members. If you do not want to serve on the commission, but you would just like to get involved in the work that we do, please contact me. And I believe that if we don't have our list of members on the website, we'll get that on there. And we are always looking for people who want to work on the projects that we're doing. I believe that that concludes. Oh, oh, that's right. Thank you, Art. We are on Facebook, so be our friend, and you can connect with us that way. Jenny. Very good. And the web page is really a great resource. You can see what areas in town or buildings are on the National Register. There's all kinds of information on that website. And Jenny, who just spoke, snuck in after we started. She is another member of the Historic Preservation Commission. She worked really hard on that website. And I think that if, unless somebody has any questions or other comments, I believe that would conclude our meeting. Yes. Dottie?
I don't know. Last year it was at Capitol, but I have not heard this year whether they want to do that. Yes, they need to take our oath, and I guess they could be contacted personally to do it.
Okay, very good. I think that concludes the presentations. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you very much to all of the students who worked so hard on the essays and the art. You really did an outstanding job, and to the teachers who helped with that effort also. Thank you.
Guys, have a wonderful evening. Thanks for coming out.